Hi, this is Michael Franke, and I'm going to be talking to you about a couple of Web 2.0 tools that I use in my classroom, and also one um, app tool that I use. The first one that I'm going to talk to you about is called Canvas. I use Canvas all the time in my classroom. It's something that really streamlines all the work that students can do and makes things a lot easier to work with for grading and for giving feedback and different things like that. Okay, so for Canvas, you can upload all kinds of different assignments, videos, quizzes, all kinds of different things. So the way I have it set up on mine is that each section gets a video. And so you go on there and there will be a YouTube video and the kids look at that and watch it and follow along and take notes with it. Um, One of the advantages that Canvas has, I've noticed that students won't turn in work a lot of the time. They'll just skip assignments if they don't think it's valuable. So on Canvas, you can actually go through here and edit your module, and you can actually put prerequisites. So they must complete these things before they can move on to the next assignment. And so I've put all my prerequisites for my first unit in here. So to go from the section 1 video to get to their quiz and their homework for that section, they actually have to submit those assignments. And so that's something that's really good to do. Another cool thing about Canvas is that if you were to go to the, let's go to the student view real quick. Okay, so this is what they see. So when they go to turn in an assignment, they can actually attach videos, they can attach pictures of their assignments, so it lets me see a whole lot better what they're doing. Um, Another cool thing is that I can go ahead and grade. So I can look at all of their different assignments. I can go through and grade them. I can even do video or voice comments for each of their assignments, which is really cool. Um, for disadvantages, some of the things that are kind of hard is actually adding the people in. Um, Let me leave student view real quick. Is adding the people in. You actually have to go and make a Google form if you wanted to do it the fastest so you can get their email and all of that. But sometimes we have problem with kids forgetting their email password or getting into their email and accepting the confirmation code, and sometimes it just doesn't go uh, very well sometimes. I think it's okay, but it could be streamlined a little bit better. Um, as far as another disadvantage, I'd say just the students getting used to the system can be kind of a problem at times. There's just some different things that take getting used to. But I've started a shared student training module, um, which actually kind of takes them through the system and it gives them some basic highlights on different things that they could do to understand Canvas a little bit more. Just for some uses for Canvas, we use it every day. There's just endless uses. One is to turn in homework. Obviously, they can do that with every single assignment. Like I was talking about, we have quizzes that they can take and get immediate feedback, which is really cool. It also allows for collaboration. Um, so if you go to the collaboration tab, it will let you actually set up groups for your students so you can do some discussions or critiquing of work, which is really cool. So you can just get students to talk a little bit more and kind of dig deeper into their work. Um, but really, Canvas, it's an extremely cool tool. It allows students to dig deeper into their work and allows a more streamlined kind of atmosphere for the classroom. Turning homework in, grading it, getting it back. It's really a pretty slick interface, and I definitely recommend it. Alright, the second different Web 2.0 tool I want to talk to you about is called Jeopardy Labs. It's a cool little site that's just dedicated towards making Jeopardy games for review, so that class can be a little bit more exciting. One of the advantages is that it's free. You don't have to provide them any information, which is also another cool advantage. Basically, all you have to do is start building. Okay, so all it asks you for is a password. You don't have to give it any of your email information. So I'll go ahead and type in a password and start building. So it gives you a basic template to work with. So let's say I wanted to play with fractions today. Well, you can enter any different type of categories you want, and so on and so on. And you can go ahead and make each of your questions, and it just really kind of makes an interface that's really easy to use, and it's really pretty fun. Okay, so that's just making a Jeopardy game for your class. If you just wanted to find one really quick, let's just say you had a sub or you need a last minute plan, it lets you search for them. So let's say, like we were doing earlier, I wanted to find one for adding fractions. Now you can go in there and click on your result, and it lets you choose the number of teams. Let's say you had 4 teams you wanted to play with in your class. It provides you each of those 4 teams down here at the bottom, and it gives you a nice little game here. So we got a bunch of different types of problems that you can do. So let's say we wanted to do our adding fractions. Well, of course, you have your problem. So you can give each group time to work on it, and they can buzz in, and you can give them the correct response. It gives you correct response. Let's say team 3 got the points there. Well, you can go ahead and award that points and go ahead and continue on. As far as disadvantages, I really can't think of too many. Sometimes I guess the only problem is there's not a way on their website to actually save these. You actually have to keep the link somewhere close by, saved in a Word document or something like that. So I guess that could be viewed as a negative, but in terms of usability and cost and not having to give them any of your information, this is really a pretty nice website or nice tool. Some uses in the class. Obviously, you could use this for a review, anything like that. You could use it as something to have your students make reviews. And so if you wanted them to think more in depth, you could have them create a game or something like that, and or you could have each of the students play the other students' game. So it's really a pretty cool little thing that you can use to review and make your class a little bit more interesting. But yeah, that's Jeopardy Labs. Pretty cool stuff. I use it a few times a semester, and the kids really seem to like it. Alright, today I'm going to be talking about a mobile app that I use in my classroom all the time. Okay, and this app is called um, Explain Everything. Okay, Explain Everything is basically a whiteboard app in which you are able to record your screen on the iPad and then make videos from that. Okay, so I'm just going to go over kind of how it works. Okay, so in the upper left, you can start a new video, and you can select a color template, as you can see. Um, One of the hardest things about Explain Everything is that sometimes it takes a little getting used to. You have all these different um, little tools up top, um, which you will take a little bit of time to get used to. So I guess one of the difficulties is that it takes a little time getting used to. The other thing that kind of takes a little bit of time and is kind of frustrating is when you go to export. And one of the great things is that you can export it to YouTube, you can export it to your movie roll, whatever else. But it does take a lot of time, so that's one of the problems with it. Okay, so let's say you want to go ahead and start making a video. Well, first, let me add a document. That's one of the things that I like a lot. So let me add a file, and you can link these to your Dropbox account, your Google Drive account. So let's say I want to talk about this document today. So you can choose that document, and it will go ahead and upload that document into your presentation. Okay, so if I wanted to go ahead and talk to about this document to my students, I could go ahead and push the little red record button down at the bottom, and I could just go ahead and use my pencil and start writing whatever I wanted to. Okay, obviously I would talk about exponents and such, but I'm not going to. You can go ahead and use all different colors if you want, and if you hold it, you can get all kinds of other different colors. Okay, so really the possibilities are endless. There's a bunch of different tools you can use. If you push the alphanumeric key on the side, you can type things in, all kinds of different stuff, and you can resize it all you want. And so it's pretty cool, all the different stuff that you can do. You can create more pages if you'd like, and you can do all kinds of different stuff. You can also add images from your photo roll. So if you want to go to your photo roll, see if it'll bring it up here. Oops. There we go. We have to go there to add our photos. And you can add all kinds of different things. So there's that. Okay, but really, Explain Everything's a really cool app. If you're done, you can go ahead and click your recording button again. And like I said, you can export it to any one of these different places. You got your camera roll, your YouTube, Dropbox, Evernote, Google Drive, etc. So it's really cool. Like I said, you can use it all the time in your classroom. I use it to make videos to show my students their notes. You can also have your students make videos and then submit them on Canvas, which I talked about earlier. There's really just endless possibilities. I think it's really useful to have students kind of explain what they're thinking and kind of visually and oratorily see what they're doing. It really helps us teachers kind of get inside their heads. So it's a really cool app. Just a second. It's a really cool app. It obviously stores all of your different videos that you've done in the past, and you can share them from that screen as well. So that's just a short overview of what Explain Everything can do. It's my favorite whiteboard app. Definitely recommend it.